Today we are going to talk about linear programming. Linear programming is very, very important in your exam. So I would ask you to pay particular attention because this is going to give you 12 marks in your exam, and it always comes in different ways, in both paper 1 and paper 2. So I will explain paper 1 part today. So please don't miss my next video on paper 2, how you can answer it in paper 2, getting the 12 marks correctly. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so and subscribe and share my videos with your colleagues and let them also learn through my channel and understand the mathematics. Otherwise, let's not waste much time. I'm going to talk about finding the inequation from a line joining 2 points. So that will be my main focus today. Finding an equation from a line joining 2 points. These are very simple concepts that you need to apply for you to be able to do so. In order for us to be able to find a line joining 2 points, the equation joining 2 points, we need to understand that there are at least 3 points that will give us the information what we need. Number 1 information is that finding the slope or gradient. The first thing you need to do is to find the slope or what is known as gradient. When you find the gradient, therefore you will be able to use the gradient to find the equation of a line, the equation of a line. So number 2, we are saying that use the 2 picked points. So when you pick the 2 points, those 2 picked points are the ones that you are going to use to find the equation of a straight line, in other words. And therefore we are saying that use the gradient which you have found by these 2 points you have picked, and therefore use them to find the inequality that is being asked you to do. So for you to be able to come up with this inequality or the equation, you need to know the formula for gradient, which is of course is right here. So this formula is very important, which simply says gradient is equal to y2 minus y1, meaning distance of y2 and distance of y1 over x minus x2 minus x1. So this is the formula for finding the gradient. Once you have this formula in your fingertips, then you just know that this is going to help you to understand the rest. Let's now look for another important formula, which is the formula for finding the inequation. So the formula for finding the equation is right here. So this formula is very important, which we say y minus y1 is equal to a gradient, m simply stands for gradient, multiplied by x minus x1. So here, the only thing that you need to understand is that this y1 is the picked point that we have said that pick 2 points. So these 2 points you are going to pick, you are going to name, let's say for example, if you pick 2 points, 2,5, you are going to name this one to be my y and this my x. So these 2 points you have picked are the ones that are going to replace on the y1 and the x1 there. And you'll be able to simplify and find the equation without any difficulties. And in grade 8, we have learned on how to find the symbols of inequalities. So I guess you have your basics because they are needed in this part here. So let's see the first example. Example is saying write the inequality represented in the diagram below. So this is a diagram which is being given, and they are asking us to write the inequality of this line which is drawn here. And as we can clearly see, this line is cutting on 2 points, which is this point and that point there. So it is a matter of you now knowing how to pick the coordinates. So when you are able to pick the coordinates for this line, therefore now you are going to have 2 coordinates that you are going to use to find the equation. So what are we saying? What is the coordinate for this line which is here? The coordinate for this line, we always start with x, then we go with y. So my x in this case, it is 0. As you know, x in the y-axis is equal to 0. And y in the y-axis is equal to 0. So once you have this knowledge, then you know that it will be 0, 2. So this point here it is 0, 2. And therefore this point here is x is 2, but my y in this case is 0. So this point it will be 2, 0. So you have the 2 important points. Once you have them, therefore now you need to know the formula for gradient and the equation of a line, and you can easily solve it. So now let's do the practical way on the next board. So what are we simply saying? The practical work here, we are saying that we have important point 0, 2, and also we have another point which is 2, 0. So these points that I have here, what you're going to do is to name them. Because on the formula, we know that there is x1 and y1. And on the formula for gradient, we know that the formula for gradient has got, when we say gradient, has got y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. So we need to name these according to these letters which are here. So for example, my x here, it will be x1, and my y here, it will be y1. Therefore here, my x, it will be x2, and there it will be y2. So once you make them like this, you can easily find the gradient by simply replacing what is y2, you replace it, and y1 you replace and simplify. So the mistake you are going to do in your exam is when you put, instead of putting y1 here, you happen to put y2 and x1 is here, you will automatically get the wrong answer, and this will confuse you. So the best thing is put my y1 and x1 on the same side, x2 and y2 on the same side, and you don't have any problem. So now let's find our gradient. So we're saying that what is my y2 is 0 minus my y1, it is 2 over x2, we are saying it is 2 minus x1 is 0. Therefore, my gradient will be 0 minus negative 2. This is negative 2 over 0 minus 2 multiplied by 2 minus 0. It is simply 2. Therefore, my gradient is going to be 2 into 2. We are having 1. So it will be negative 1. So this will be my gradient, negative 1. Once you have the gradient, therefore you just need to know the formula of equation of a line. So we are saying equation of a line. So what kind of a line here? We are simply talking equation of a straight line. So this is a straight line we are talking about. Equation of a straight line. What is the formula? Y minus y1 is equal to gradient, open bracket, x minus x1. Once you have the formula of the equation of a straight line, all you need to do is to replace my x1, my gradient, and my x1 and my y1 in place, and you are going to simplify. So let's try it. Y minus, what is my y1? We said y1 is 2. So you put 2 there, is equal to, what is my gradient? It's negative 1. So my gradient is negative 1 multiplied by x. What is my x1? Is 0. Okay. So now we are going to have y minus 2 is equal to negative x plus 0. We multiply negative times this, we get negative x. This times this, we get positive 0. Therefore, we are going to say y minus 2 is equal to negative x. So this is the equation of this line which is given here. But we are taught to find the inequality. So we group we write it in order in the sense that we get the x, it will be x plus y is equal to positive 2. So we get this and take it the other side, and this bring it the other side so that it can be in order. So the only thing now we need to change is this symbol which is there to match the inequality. When you leave it here, this will be wrong compared to the question, because the question is saying find the inequality, and the inequality has got symbols like this symbol and that symbol and that symbol and that symbol. These symbols are the ones that represent the inequality. But when you write this symbol, this is the equation and it's not what they want. So therefore, we want to know which symbol should we put there to replace with the equal sign. Hence, is to look at the line that you have been given. The line that you have been given, we are saying that it is shaded going upward. And if you see the numbers that are going this side, they are increasing. This is 2 and this is 3. But when you start coming this side, it's decreasing. This side is increasing. So the whole concept you apply here is that this region which is here, let's say this region is my P. This P, it is what we call the unwanted region. This is the region that is, the wanted region. This is always the wanted the wanted what? Region. This is the wanted region. But this side, it is unwanted. Unwanted what? Region. This is unwanted region. So this question, in order for you to answer it correctly, we don't want this side, but we are interested in finding the wanted region. This is a part we are interested in. So how do we find the wanted region? We are saying that if you shade the big side, it means that you want the smaller side. And that it is applicable by looking at the symbol. Greater symbol, less symbol, it simply means that we need the smaller side, we don't want the greater part. And the greater symbol means that we want the greater part, we don't want the smaller side. Same applies with these two. And when we look at the line, this line is solid, it's not a dotted line like this. When it's a dotted line, then you can use these two symbols which are here. But when it's a solid line, therefore now it means that this line, it will go with these two symbols there, like that, and you'll be able to answer it correctly. So they have shaded the greater part, meaning they want the smaller side. So meaning this will be x plus y is less than 2. And this will be my final less than or equal to 2, because the line here, it is a solid line. And therefore, it means that I have found the equality for this line. And that is how we do it. Minus you understanding the basics that you learned in grade 8 about inequalities, therefore you are going to find it difficulty in understanding this concept. So I would advise you to watch this video continuously so that you understand the most of it. And you go back to my videos, you are going to find the videos I've made about how you come up with these inequalities and how you use them on the line and stuff like that, and it will be easy. So now you may be like, but this question, how does it come in the exam? How does it come? Here is a very good example. We are looking at 2019 paper 1. This question in question 21, this paper, this carries about 5 good marks in your paper 1. And we know that paper 1 is always out of 80 marks. Paper 1 is always out of 80 marks. So when you have out of 80 marks, you have 5 marks, then you know that you are doing good. So in this case, we are simply saying that, how do I get to find this simple question here? It is very simple to find. They are saying that write down the 3 inequalities. So the key is write down the 3 inequalities that defines the unshaded region R on the diagram below. So this is a very important question that we need to attempt to answer it. Minus you understanding how to answer the first part we did, therefore this will be difficult. As we can see, there are lines which there is a line which is dotted and there are solid lines. Therefore, apply the concept that I explained in the previous videos, and you will be able to find this. So I'll be expecting answers for this. So watch my video, my next video, it will show the answers for this. But for a while, I'll leave this question to be answered by you and give me a feedback and comment on my YouTube channel so that we see the progress and the way forward. As for today, we end just here.